Hi, I'm your host Robert Klein for Fight Japan. On today's show, we're visiting Tokyo University, Japan's most prestigious center of higher learning. We're not here to learn about robotics or history or political science. We're here to meet Petr Matous, who is going to introduce us to the world of Collegiate Sumo. Petr is originally from the Czech Republic. He is a PhD student, a Collegiate Sumo champion, and the captain of the Tokyo University Sumo team. In today's show, he's going to explain the basics of sumo training, he's going to show us some sumo tactics, and we're going to get to watch him fight. So why did you pick sumo?
Well, I was invited by my friend, who was a member of this club. First I thought it was just a joke, but I tried, and although I don't have the body of a sumo wrestler, I realized that it can be a lot of fun. When I need some break in my research, I just come here and smash my face with some other guys, and just wrestle for a while, and then I go back to my lab. And
So what is your work on? What do you study? Yeah.
My department is civil engineering department. Now I'm in the third year of my doctoral research on relation of water supply and social relationships. My case studies in the Philippines.
For all you people who always want to know how to put on a sumo mawashi, here Petr shows us some of the basics. As you can tell, it has not seen a lot of soap and water. Doesn't look like it's seen a lot of soap and water in its life.
It's seen a lot of better things.
It's been to special places, Disha. Sumo etiquette is very central to sumo, and this is the opening ritual. Petr is now working on the pole or teppo. The key here is to learn how to synchronize the arms and legs and to move the hands in a circular motion. In sumo, you move the same hand and the same leg, and you push with your knees apart in order to stabilize your body against a lateral attack. The pole exercises reinforce these basic techniques. They also condition the arms for thrusting techniques. Here, Petr shows us the most basic sumo exercise called suriashi. This teaches you to keep your center of gravity low, not to lift your feet off the ground, and to move your arms in a circular motion.
It's very important exercise for sumo because you learn to move the sumo-like way. When you manage to move like this in good form, it's good to start practicing the speed in the same form. You go as fast as you can.
Very smooth. All right.
You can practice going for mawashi for the belt, or you can practice tsupari,
The thrusting techniques. So why is sliding your feet so important in sumo?
In sumo, we have no shoes. We practice on slippery soil. And when you push, if you lift your feet up, you are easily you're quite vulnerable. You can be knocked out of balance quite easily. But if you never leave your feet from the ground, you have much better balance.
So basically in sumo, you never really take your feet off.
Unless you're doing some throwing technique or something. But while pushing or while moving somewhere, you always shuffle.
Okay. Here, Petr shows us some lateral suriashi movements. Here, the point is to tilt the opponent's body in order to imbalance.
Mawashi, the opponent, or that you're pushing on his elbow, and the other hand goes like this, to lift the opponent.
So lift his arm up, make him imbalance on that side.
Basically, the literal translation would be like kill his arm, so that he cannot use him.
Last but not least, Petr shows us shiko, which is the quintessential sumo exercise. It is far more complicated than it seems, as Petr explains.
So you start by moving your weight, your body to one side, and lifting the whole body just by the power of one leg.
Okay.
It's good to stop in the top position for a moment, and then just let the whole body go.
Okay, let me hear the typical Shiko sound again.
I don't know if I...
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So heel of foot, ball of foot, then heel.
yeah, first around here, and then heel.
Okay.
The other foot, taking this one. Yeah, so this one should.
That's the foot grabbing.
ground,
Yeah.
and not moving or not jumping like this. Although it's difficult sometimes. And just grab the ground and stay stable. And
These push drills are another central part of sumo training and are the key warm-up exercise before the actual sparring. Peter must help the younger fighters develop their techniques through sparring. What's Dashinage?
a special kind of throw when you grab the belt and you don't throw like in the other throws like in judo or something. You don't throw like rotating the opponent, but you throw linearly. You just kind of like linearly pull the opponent
out of the ring.
out of your way.
Here, Peter applies the Dashinage technique he just showed us. Dirty. He does it again with this other opponent. Peter uses a kick sweep to imbalance his opponents.
I'll show you 3 dash.
Peter's coach uses the novice fighter's bad foot position to twist him off balance.
If your feet, which is like this, which is common in rugby or American football, you can get twisted easily. So in sumo, this kind of pushing doesn't work. But if you push like this, it's not so easy to twist you.
I'm always the perfect example of what not to do. It's very pedagogical.
To be able to break the opponent's grip.
Yeah, yeah, so you break his grip on his moashi. Yeah, he grabbed your moashi, you broke it.
Yeah. That's breaking it from outside. The other way is from inside with your elbow.
Peter breaks a grip on his moashi from the inside using the elbow technique. He does it from the outside as well.
So I used mainly the thrusting attacks.
Ah.
And last year I happened to win over the former world champion just by thrusting.
Oh. Thank you for watching today's show. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. I'm your host, Robert Klein, with another example of a somewhat normal person trying to live his life with some passion and meaning. See you next week.